Are you registered to vote? If you don't know, there's this cool new trend. Businesses are encouraging us to vote. Facebook, Twitter, even Tinder and Bumble are out there encouraging us to get registered and go vote. It can be kind of confusing figuring out where you need to vote, when to register. And part of that is because each state is different and there's lots of voter suppression tactics that try to make it more difficult. Some examples being voter ID laws, purging the voter rolls, and closing polling stations entirely so someone has to travel further to get there. Uber and Lyft are actually both working to try to make it a little bit better to get to where you need to go. So let's talk about what they're doing. Lyft's program is called Lyft the Ride to Vote. They're providing 50% off discounts to Vote.org, Nonprofit Vote, and TurboVote. They're providing free rides to some of the nonprofits for some of the more underserved communities, such as Vote Latino, Local Urban, and the National Federation of the Blind. They'll also be doing push notifications to remind passengers to register to vote. Uber's program is called Uber Drives the Vote. Campaigns are able to create their own discount codes using the normal Uber for Business program. Uber is also providing free rides to #VoteTogether and Democracy Works. They're also providing push notifications to remind passengers to register to vote, and they're doing registration drives in green light hubs at 125 locations. It can be a little hard to find your hubs, and you currently can only find them if you're a driver, but if you'd like to, there's a link in the description. They'll also be doing a Get to the Polls button. This looks super cool, and I really hope it works out, but Uber has been a little bit glitchy, so don't rely just on that. Go over to vote.org and you can figure out where your polling place is to make sure you know exactly where you're going. In order to use the codes for both of these companies, you have to do it through the nonprofit organizations themselves, so I've put links to all of them in the description. It's a little unclear how these organizations are going to be giving out the codes, and it's possible that there may be some issues in communication along the way. If you are trying to get out there to vote and you still don't have a way to do it, I recommend using my code down there. I don't know what discount it will give you because that depends on what promotions they're doing in your city. Sometimes it's $5 off your first 2 rides, sometimes it's $5 off 10, and you really won't know until you enter a code. I've seen a couple drivers online be a little concerned that they're not going to get paid for these rides. It's going to be the same as anyone using a code at any other time. Your distance and time fares will be exactly the same as they always are. And I strongly recommend you make sure to set some time out for yourself to also go vote. There are a bunch of links in the descriptions that will help you figure out how to vote, and I really hope to see you all out there voting in November. Register to vote as soon as possible. A lot of states have already closed their registration, and you really won't know if your state is one of those unless you check. So don't wait, and although I never tell people to share this video, please share this video because I really want everyone to vote. Everyone in the whole country who is legally allowed. Don't vote if you're not legally allowed in your state because there was one woman who got arrested for it and is now in jail. So make sure you know if you're legally allowed. If you never committed a felony, it probably doesn't apply to you. Yay, participation in elections. Woohoo, democracy. Kind of. It's representative democracy, but it's close. Remember, if you don't vote, you don't get to complain. That's not actually true. You can definitely complain, especially if you're not allowed to vote. As always, I hope this video has been helpful. Have a great day!